You've had a distinguished career in Indian football. Could you take us through your journey from your early days in Manipur to becoming one of India's most prominent defenders?
Well, that's a long years to go back now. But I will just quickly run through it. I'm from Manipur, a small town called Awang Shekmai. It's where I was born and brought up, which is about like 20 minutes away from the Imphal city. Uh, it was not very difficult coming from Manipur because I think every generation play s- some sports, so and football in particular, in some point of their life, and so that's how I was drawn into playing football. Like because I used to see after school when I come back home, everyone is playing football or some other sports. That's how I started. And I think gradually start playing for my village team, represented my district team, and I got the opportunity to participate in the trial for the Tata Football Academy. I went through, I think, I don't remember exactly, but 3 or 4 rounds of trial selections. Then eventually I made it to Tata Football Academy in the year 2000, and I spent my 4 years, formative 4 years, learning football in Jamshedpur. Then, uh, then my first club, yes, I signed technically for Mohan Bagan, but I was there for maybe 2 months. Then I felt maybe better for me to develop as a young player. I was fortunate enough to coach Armando Sir Colasso. He was kind enough to take me into his group in Liverpool. So I spent the season, my first professional national football league season with Tempo, when Tempo won the league and the cup. And though I didn't play like too many minutes, but still, I think that was a foundation for me where to be part of the winning dressing room, to be part of the winners, the seniors, to see them how they prepare, how they approach the game. All those mentality, I think definitely for sure that has influence in the way how I developed over the years as a football player. So that's how I've started. And but during that period, I was with the youth teams as well, and for the AIFF, all the Indian, starting on the 17 till I played all under 23. So I think I went up the ranks for the youth teams. Then took me about 3 years. I went to Mahindra in between. Then I came back to Sporting. So those 3 years was not very easy, but I think everyone went through it as a young player to when you are looking to establish yourself. So learn all the nitty gritty about the game to survive in those 3 years. How not easy, like to be out of the squad, sitting up in the stadium when there's a match day. Those are the things that as a young player you went through. So my message again is quickly I do is any young players you will go through, but you will always find a way to come out of it. So you just need to keep on going. That's what I did it for 3 years. Though I was playing a little bit, but I wanted always to play more. But sometimes maybe you are not ready for it. So that's how I did it, and gradually met with the national team as well. Then spent about I don't know 7 8 years, played a number of games for the national team. So fortunate enough to all the coaches that I played under, who took me into confidence, and yeah, those are the great journey that I would say that I had as a football player.
You've transitioned from a player to a coach. Did you face any challenges or was it a difficult change?
Uh, I think you can have two ways of looking about it. Whether you see it as a tough transition, or you see it like it's a way of transition. So for me, in my case, because I'm someone who always try to anticipate, maybe because it comes from that as a defender, because I need to anticipate the situation. Sometimes I try to. It's difficult to plan things like in football, even as a coach, as a player, how and where will you be in the next 1 month or 2 months. It's very difficult to plan, but at least in terms of my career, I always wanted to play the longest possible. Then again, coming back to as a coach, it was back in my mind. I remember attending. I was very much actively playing 2010. I don't know how was I will how old I was. I don't remember exactly, but I remember attending the FA English FA Level 2 course. I don't need to do it, but somewhere in the midst in the off season during I was actively playing, but I felt like I want to study that side of other side of the game as well. So I started my coaching at least the batches to understand. I love reading as well, so that's how I started attending 2010, 14. I did my 14. I did my C license. Then again, subsequently continue with my B license, A license, and I completed my pro license now. So I was I was I was on the journey. I didn't stop. There was not any moment where I didn't stop. So I didn't realize even when was the transition, like, didn't happen, because it was going simultaneously with playing as well as learning the other side of the game. And I hung my boot with Neroka once season with I-League back home in my hometown. Then I got a call from Richard Hood, who's a dear friend of mine. He got this project with Bengal United. So I was just finishing my air license. So that's how he took me into again like regular day-to-day coaching. Then after 3 years there, plan was to be there for 6 months. Then ended up, because it was a good group again, ended up for 3 years. Then got the opportunity coming to Goa is like again homecoming, second home, because spent about 10 years here in Goa playing football. And so I'm here with FC Goa now. It's my third year and just enjoying my time here.
You've been involved with the I-League, having played there, and also now you're part of the ISL ecosystem. How do you see the evolution of Indian football over the years?
In terms of approach, I would say, when I say approach, people can debate on like the rituals. Are we getting good things about or not? That is some totally a different debate that I would not like to touch now. But in terms of approach, like as a player, I can speak maybe to some extent as a coach as well now. So as a player, definitely those days, the informations were still limited. Yes, internet was coming in, but the way how the sports science has stepped into the sports in all the sports, and also in terms of modern like playing methodology or coaching methodology, so many things, all the information are all around. It's not that before maybe there were some things that going on in UK or in Spain which we don't know, but now I think even online, or also the socially you are engaged, and also you are in touch with so many people all across, like the global is a village, like you said again nowadays. So we are, it's very much information all around. It's just that I think now the more challenging part is like which one is the correct one, which one is the right one for this particular moment. All information probably might be not wrong, but the thing is like to use it when and how and where becomes like maybe that's a challenge of the coach now. But as a player, in terms of physical, in terms of the way how they approach the professionalism, because there's so many experts all around them to guide them, when to sleep, of course there was the basic things about eating well, sleeping well, taking care, and coming recovery, but getting into more insight, and there are more experts around them to guide them. So I think that is a big advantage of today for these young generations who are playing today. I think they should take the best. They should take the best of this. Resources available around them. And as a coach, again, like I said, all the methodologies and everything's all around. So many things are, again, technologies coming in, everything. So we just need to be ready to have an open mind and ready to adapt to all these things. And eventually, it's all about winning games. You can do all the things, but if you don't win, then nothing counts. So do whatever you have to do. Try to bring a win to the team.
FC Goa is known for its attacking style of play. So how do you ensure the defensive structure remains solid without compromising on the attacking intent?
No, I think maybe I will not get into too much about the technical side of it, because I call him Mr. Coach Manolo is here. So because we have the good thing about this team is that we have a clear objective and clear where do we want to go, all through the season. And so, yes, like I said again, I just mentioned to you that of course we want to win the seal, but it didn't happen. We were just 2 points behind, but we were very clear that we want to go for it. But that's how I think we just need to keep going. Sometimes you can't win. There's only one winner out of 13 of us. Then again, talking about all those football is all these 5 moments, right? In attack and defense and transitions, border transition and set pieces. So we have at least a clear that how do we want to go about it. And in terms of, I think one thing, like you see how the way we play is we want to play in order. We want to play, try to at least give a structure, try to play compact, for example. Those are the few fundamentals that we always stick around to that. And I think we try, sometimes we success, sometimes we not. That's part and parcel of the game. But I think most of the time probably we are doing a lot of things right. So maybe that's why we have collected a lot of points as well. And that's why I think we are here. I think boys definitely deserve it. It's a lovely group.
We're now in the business end of the league, and up till now, FC Goa hasn't managed to catch the silverware. So this time, it's as close as possible. So how do you plan to keep the team motivated?
I think the simple reason is because the message is very clear from all of us, from the head coach to all the staffs. The message is very clear because just keep going. And my message to most of them are, some of them the senior boys are maybe a few years difference with me as well. So we are like a small family, and that brothership that we share. Because I keep telling them as well, that guys, just do everything that you can now. Enjoy every minute of or every second of your time on the pitch, because at some point you have to hang the ball. And I think this message is very important for me, is because we love playing football, and that's why we are here. And along this journey, that if you can win as many trophy or seal or individual your awards, great. And I think it covers a lot of things. That's why I said now we wanted to win. Still, we didn't win. Now we have another opportunity. We're in the semi-final. Second and sixth is a big day for us, and the boys exactly know. So even when the coach is away, the boys are motivated. It's a great group, and like I said, simple is that we mean business when out on the pitch. Let's not waste any time. Try to do everything possible for you to improve small things, which is important, and there's no need for any external motivation, and they are motivated, and they are going to be again competitive, like how we are competitive all through the season. They're going to be competitive, and we are going to arrive again on second and in the best condition as possible and try to win this game.
You'll know your opponents for the next match later today.
Yes.
Is there any preference that you have between?
Not really. We just want to play. Of course, there will be one opponent, and whether it's Bangalore or there's Mumbai, it's the same for us. We just need to know that who are we playing, where we have to travel, and accordingly we have about next 2 days, and we'll just prepare ourselves, because these are not the new teams to us, and we know exactly as also reciprocally they know also that how we play, and how we do know the same for about these two teams, and we'll prepare ourselves and go there and try to keep the best for ourselves.
If you were not in football, what other sport would you pursue?
I love playing badminton. That's one sport, and I love. I'm not a very passionate runner, but sometimes, not every day, but I love to go for the long runs. I don't see myself as a runner, but badminton maybe one. Not a great player, but because it's something that I like playing, and whenever possible. Now it's been a long time I have not played, but I enjoy playing badminton, and running just keeps me going. So it's something that these two sports probably even if I'm not involved professionally, but I see myself that even the rest of my life, I'll be definitely always running, and badminton and football will be always part of my life.
Thank you so much for talking to HiveJaw.
Thank you so much.
Best of luck for the next game.
Bye.